abusiafo ne adofo higher for 1GH ase motiri be sese mokoso nse ha na nsem a chese hu hia pa no den etwagumenko bebia subscribe sa wonye sa wadaro ma wi anu like a share ama onua so insa ke no so den ehu die kone die bebia no so keep you updated. Yes, already in feeling chimney and candy one chairman. A different a year Parliament in the Supreme Court case, no, just say a year bruha, just say a dozen, obey declare the stance, obey candy or persuade, or yeah, the next actions will be a persuade will take. And now, as we speak, you know, one NDC MP about Bonting, I be declare NDC for you know, almost answer I'm on position as we speak. No, just say Supreme Court. Omo for my name to from on my ruling the Bible to a Parliament. So it's up to Parliament, say Parliament be implemented. Parliament deals with numbers. Supreme Court almost the numbers na a year juma. Man can say ye declare saying there be almost a 5-2. And a majority here then carries the vote. Save 5-2. So majority ne say omo for afenyo marking so. And a 2 say omo for afenyo marking so. So omo the case in the Parliament no. It's up to Parliament so almost be voted per NDC MP no or church in 71. So Parliament procedure in voting no. As we speak no or say NDC still remains the majority in Parliament. Afenyo marking poll Omodasu remaining the majority in Parliament. And as we speak in what say numbers na yedibe vote with the Supreme Court ruling they are majority and they are going to vote against this ruling ban. So later say ya or say omobey enya sinkato edia yimchishi and abeto afenyo marking so after that and so chukata any lawyer to go back and so then send abeto first of all no you can kweti a honorable Dafiamapo.
It is a massive if some betenasia we come
afenyo say normal ever come no see will conduct inquiries, so Supreme Court should reverse it. And then so Supreme Court also reversed it.
And they have.
Yes. But Akaniaka.
And also Sebeye Juma.
Thank you. Because Sebeye Juma no, Parliament must give effect to it. They be a use of I say Urefi. Give effect to it no naka. Directive need about declaration need about, but give effect to the declaration and naka.
That's why I'm not Juma. Say court to bet much what did you
me 275. And you say
oh any pabako.
Na me na baba me.
Because afenyo ya no need to speaker man
Speaker has no voting rights in Parliament. Speaker only vote on kasa on debates on taking decision. He gives effect to what we say. And who will take the decision, and it's by simple majority. It's by simple majority. So you need more majority.
Majority.
It's a matter of record. It's a matter of court record. Afenyo said the NDC is in the majority, so that is the source.
And BP now majority.
Afenyo said the NDC are in the majority.
But there's a reversal.
But so the reversal must be given effect too, and the majority must vote to give effect to that.
Wow.
I mean, no make a procedure. What it me? As I wait to try. Me see address a food near the back peaceful.
Dabe.
Anytime I ever could be
it's we expect some more.
If you after election, the some motion you be move, will vote on it. Address a food leave the house.
But of what consequence would it be?
Yes, reduction numbers. Until your patron say, I pay you soon about the 3 members now, 2 members now, watch no. The real if he say he has other problems in terms of address of Canada, Canada, Japan, any Harry Cotti. So his problems are not over. That's why I can't talk.
How about the manner Omunine describe speaker? Yes, I'm right.
Omashada. And tell no me I gave it to them. Say Omashada omu Jojo speaker, omu ye speaker, speaker. Wa for we mu nyina pen. Speaker entered Parliament January 1993 as a young man, 30 something, and now we're 66. Speaker has been in this house for 31 years.
Yeah.
Way is water as dark spark. Speaker.
Said yes, he didn't need for me.
Now the normal Apenyo Yama speaker Yama Apenyo.
Oh, sir.
Yes.
And no better.
Moi.
And more better.
Apenyo didn't his rise to political stardom didn't happen by overnight.
So
people assisted him. He had crisis, and I'm aware people like Speaker intervene to save his political career.
No, but
he himself says it, and you see, Uko Speaker how now Uko the chamber now we hear discussion now the two media more.
To say you can't say or call Speaker one Washington na speaker.
Is it true? Is it true? For me, it's a big lie. It's a big lie. But you see, you say these things to dirty the image of speaker, to undignify him. Why? You drive to Speaker's Gate. Yes, wada. Now they are better to air. And then speaker on that. After a moment, crossing Yanko Ponda. Monsi Yanko Pon Hata Sui. On nay, Mumu ya campaign, Ramusi order.
On fire.
Na speaker, oye, Mujani Hunami. On omre on that. Na uko speaker honey is wada into wolf would ya betu dra. Uko in term of chamber now we have discussion no one press conference now ukika. Why inti identity says speaker as I welcome you. Me kwame the film of Okranka won't.
So could it be true, yo? Or can the other time say?
I think it's a lie. I think it's a big lie. Because of course speaker he will go there as leadership. At least on no ship. It's awful said there is an issue you want to go and discuss. You go there with your other members of your leadership. And normally you would have gone there with leadership from our side too. Because in some he's just talking. He's become so garrulous. So speaker Pablo Akra no have so the Pablo agree. Things that you discuss in chambers, some are confidential matters. Some is not for the consumption of everybody. These things they happen in leadership. It's like cabinet meeting. Cabinet no have cabinet now. President So in Parliament there are leadership meetings. Every morning they meet, discuss issues. Things it's only on need to know basis. Sanka Parliament be good. But today we hear discussion now they are better. We hear discussion now. So how can speaker have trust in you to begin to continue to hold discussions with you?
Messages are how about making kind. If we would for any honorable rocks in nature that fear and a member of Parliament, Emma Desha was South Die and Persuasion. So message will say, Kwame, please, good morning. Listening to your interview now with Honorable Rocks, and please ask him if Afenyo said it in his affidavit that if the NDC becomes majority, this country will be a political disability.
No, he said the NDC having become a majority in Parliament. If that is not reversed as a result of Speaker's pronouncement, if that is not reversed by the court, the country will become politically ungovernable, economically ungovernable. They will become politically unpopular in an election year. It's in the affidavit. Look for the affidavit in support of the application ex parte. Look for paragraph 8, subparagraph 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Next is what you to say. Mobile majority no be there the face about 2 years.
Yes, or see if yes, that's right. Or see if it continues, we will hold parliamentary inquiries into what? Into dubious government transactions. So he was asking the court to avoid those things.
Okay, so the court here. Where does it leave the strength of Parliament, because the other time, Speaker can be say some member of Parliament a peja sem free mrashe fee at the class in Ibia and to talk mrashe
I agree with you, and I'm also guilty with it. I'm also guilty with one because in some wow for instance, Parliament ashishemra na Supreme Court say mrana yashisheno portion be wa you're debating and doing they are striking it down. Does it make sense? Do I tell the Supreme Court how long it should take them to give their verdict?
Yeah, no, you don't.
How long in a day? How long they should write their judgment? When you are writing your judgment, I don't ask you. Nobody determines whether you should write a 100-page judgment or a 10-page judgment. A judgment is a judgment. We passed the law. Somebody went to the Supreme Court and said, oh, no. When we say a provision, it was introduced at 5:45 and now 5:50 something. By 5:55, no, it's been passed. So in his opinion, the law was not, that provision was not debated by members long enough. Meanwhile, in Parliament, when a provision is introduced in a bill and there's no controversy, it doesn't generate debate. It's passed. But the Supreme Court continues not to appreciate how Parliament works. It didn't maybe so. Supreme Court and as a court, does anybody tell them how long the judgment should be? That is what they have done to us in Parliament. And do you know what Parliament did? We reintroduced the same thing and passed it. They may not be aware. So that is how to give effect to that. Thank you. They gave the ruling that they've struck it down. Is that not what they did? We put it back. We use the same means to put it back.
Yeah.
By an amendment act, we put it the same provision. In fact, language didn't change. Even we didn't change. We just put it back. So the Supreme Court come back and say that the amendment act that we passed by putting that same provision back is also unconstitutional. You see the absurdity.
Abusian for it's Honorable Dafiama Pine, some more the two jana and washi papa or educating. What church any many so or trace the Supreme Court why any juma and the numbers in a declare or more interpretation way or my idea. Parliament is a legislature, also is one of the arms of government. One arms of government enforce it mean change the way and the process are one another arms of government the Parliament is also a deal with numbers. And numbers ne because one Supreme Court in the case here the metro a rate to the A speaker. The speaker the better now or said the Supreme Court here the Akeni. So no say no I'm fire be voting pay that firm report in some more day ban. So if say they vote against Supreme Court ruling now almost question may ya to we in some da fiama po edi to the we no yinkuti eye nsema ba chese eye chachuchu katane eye atukuba in some of their ba chese o ma fire eye Chief Justice ye panya sanketo ngonkuti some de so
bebre akasafa eye asenibia ene said ye gidie ewo mu no e conform afo lawyer chachuchu kata senior lawyer chachuchu kata o say the court no cry ye ne emfamra kwemo and I would see a justice at Tuguba. On also one against our on the ground you are coming. I could say, as a court in any institutions I would yet the party some.
But I've told you, some catcher will say the ruling, this ruling is a horrible one. It's unfounded in legal jurisprudence and legal logic.
Horrible, no? Any party 7 year pay.
But look, Bakacho will say. Do you know how Supreme Court registry works, especially on a Friday afternoon? When you file a process, ex parte, very delegate process, for the registrar to even go and look for the CJ, will be the ex parte abano. I've told you, say, even the alacrity, the speed with which the matter was handled, it's as if they were sitting and waiting for the process to be filed and let them hear it.
Yejina we so akoto aba yenya den.
To aba overwhelmingly. The masses will vote in a manner bida. Omo de bufu ni kom na to aba. It to aba way. It to normal baby ase.
No better.
Aban way it to aba ase. So that proper things can be done. Things are not going right. State lands in Omo to Toma, their cronies. In the name of redevelopment, they are just like middlemen taking state property and giving it at high premium to other people and cashing in. Do you understand? And now we call police. We can't join the police.
Yeah.
And these are things. Yes, in the Uniske. We young people just so it's hurting people.
So we begin a bit more checking a stop away. Even if we haven't voted yet.
I stop it then.
No, normally I will say
Makokot. Frema Chief of Staff. Frema Opari. And the my instructions say say state properties, say schools and assemblies, cars and numbers. One person auctioneer. Frema Opari have to be given instructions. Makokot to stop it. The matter is still in court. As a member of the Public Accounts Committee, when I discovered that, I said, at 663, the Procurement Act as amended by Act 914, 2016, doesn't permit that. But we're in court. You understand? So it's sad.
It boils down to voting.
Yes. So when the government is bad, you vote the government out and you bring a new one to clean up the system.
And then new one is NDC.
Thank you
because we
very much.
NDC.
Thank you very much.
And then I just say NDC bar niase umbet my ye.
Your mom will promise, very critical promise back home, manifesto promise, oral. Operation recover all loot. The loot, whether tangible or intangible, as we say it in law, whether corporeal or incorporeal, will recover them.
And we are not casao. But the end of my year,
there be any no
casa. So, emphasize, hey, that's the winty. Even a GDO Musa Mobile.
John Dramani Mahama or Abaimono, he sacked his own minister of state who expressed a thought. Hama
Victoria
Pamon for expressing an opinion, an idea. So, person now $1 million in my account. Whether she will steal it or she will do business. For saying that to the hearing of others, she was sacked. That's discipline. His own government appointee, Abuga Pele, he prosecuted him successfully and got him jailed.
Abusiafo yenyina ejensema honorable NDC MP Edia Tuja chese enya asemketo enya agro ni yedi ono so ye lawyer nimuni yes he talks with the law constitution on so ye the edekasa school a chese lawyers for kono no so akobi on certificate to onye ni pa bi oye aka bia or the law ni trimu abo bill and or just what they kasano or chair a parliament procedures or chair law procedures or can me no abom and watch chimache and these MPs for so stance and also swiding or chimache say or say case ni nyanju you enjoy so no one say afenyo mark ni kiti amamomo to victory song or say no one ye and one year is afenyo mark lawyer. Na yes to no nim niema we nyina procedures o nim we nyina like one ye pa because as a case no afikra na be huru mo yes omo kama Ghana for ye ma hihye omo the right thing must be done said because justice must be done and must be seen o ye na wo se ye so ni ye ni ye na wo se ye hu se ye ni ye. So we want the right thing to be done, not politically, not partisan. Yen for party in semi constitution. Constitution is there and your partisan. Though NDC for Troy and all the political parties, they all benefit. Say when they are in government, whether you are in government or you are not in government, you benefit. So constitution is there and it is clear. Man for be creatures a deal English words and yes or so no and on here interpretation. But the words in our family the dark clear bear just as sanity. And NDC for no more constitution no almost sanity. The ocean is a yes sananka and yes sanity. Na sin a normal person much. Sana quaque. Do trying to say don't no baking kind all time do I try no see there be. All time on uncle person chese KB san is the case na kwakwe. To tie honorable Dafiama points some of the 2 January chese. Supreme Court akana some fine. I dear. Now so more NDC MPs free mark and call Supreme Court can say they are majority in Parliament no. The tag that's so dumb so they have the numbers and Mukwa trigger a year address for case na their numbers will still a better form. It will decrease. When their numbers also decrease, they will vote on this matter. But our Supreme Court diabano. When they vote and the majority carries the vote, as a Supreme Court case no more ruling the bear. Now say the majority of parliamentarians, like as a mom penny the Supreme Court na can then a Supreme Court be my bonnet, to pay down my points more than 2 January the basin chain, and they have their numbers and their majority. Yes, pay parliamentary orders, some majority target and that's so down. So a year for your marking so cause a day NDC are majority in parliament. So on no day, so attacking targeting a dom so, and they are going to do justice to it. And yes, and get to it. It's a church so to go buy some more kind of. Much I say, be cried ye. Anyone want say court near render it down. Now, dear ye be a dear, Emma, the judiciary actions are more taking in and say no, dear Emma or more than swati. The trust are Ghana for Munu a buffer, and when the trust are Ghana for Muni buffer, gradually and automatically, or more than society ethic. Cause omunjin into monfa case in back. Yes, can the paragraph so and HHM Sama you who is semi brain no more can be much under the comment section. Subscribe and share my news so that soon sank be 100%